Let's keep it real. Paige Bueckers deserved the Rookie of the Year. Her stats, her composure, her consistency, they all speak for themselves. And this is not about discrediting her. She earned her moment. But what we cannot do is pretend that the difference in how the league handled her moment versus Caitlin Clark's doesn't raise serious questions because that's not hate. That's just observation with common sense. So you got one player got a full on TV spotlight, a surprise trophy presentation on a national talk show, and then the other a phone call in a practice room. That's not just a different format, that's a different message. And it's a different level of energy, and energy matters, and what we're about to get into. So let's just lay out the facts because the difference here is impossible to ignore. So this year in September 2025, as we know, Paige Bueckers was named Rookie of the Year. The WNBA made sure everybody knew about it. They orchestrated a surprise celebration on the Jennifer Hudson show, and the commissioner, Cathy Engelbert, was there in person, coming out of a spirit tunnel to hand deliver the trophy to Paige on national TV. In my opinion, I believe that every commissioner in every league should, when it comes to, in this case, basketball, NBA, WNBA, it should be the standard for the commissioner to hand out the trophy to the Rookie of the Year in person. Um, but it was a major media event designed for maximum exposure, celebrating a player who had an incredible season with what 10 games she played, even though her team had a trash record, the trash historic record of the season, down bad 10-34. But the bigger part is this, right? Because you have Paige Bueckers, she got 19.2 points. That's her regular season stats. Then you got Sanoa Citron. She got 14.9 points, 4 rebounds or whatever. So when you look at it, if anything, based on these horrible records, you would think that the Washington Mystics, somebody on the Washington Mystics, would credibility more be more awarded this award if you want to go based on the most trashiest historic record and who kept their composure and consistency and who playing more games, right? Because you got the Washington Mystics, they 16-28. So if you want to play along being rookie of the year based on having the worst record team wise on the season, but who has the most impact, you guys know where I'm going with this. But let me know you guys thought down in the comments below. But this is a celebration that occurred at the Jennifer Hudson show. I'm gonna play it right now, so check it out. Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Hey, she didn't bucket, she's the one. Hey, Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Shooting bucket, she's the one. Ooh, Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Hey, shooting bucket, she's the one. Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Shooting bucket, she's the one.
Bet on the last person you thought you'd see on this cool spirit tunnel. But I'm here to present you with the 2025 Key WNBA Rookie of the Year Award. Wow. Congratulations.
Rookie of the Year! 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 Paige Bueckers.
All right, there you have it. So now I want to rewind to Caitlin Clark's in a minute, and I'll play the clip in a second because the difference here is impossible to ignore. And this year, in September 2025, Paige Bueckers was named Rookie of the Year, and the WNBA made sure everyone knew about it. But when it came to Caitlin Clark, who brought millions of new fans to the league and shattered viewership records, was also named Rookie of the Year on October 2024. But her season being historic and actually leading the Indiana Fever to the playoffs in years or for a while, including becoming the first rookie ever to record a triple double. So, how did the league honor this achievement versus someone who had the worst record in history and they get more exposure? So, I'm more going on the tale of two trophies and how it was being honored and awarded just a year ago compared to if you fast forward a year with someone with a worse record. So I don't know. At this point, I think Cathy Engelbert basically trumps Adam Silver in the NBA of being the worst commissioner. But according to the reports, the commissioner informed Clark she had won via speakerphone call while she was in practice room in an empty arena. No grand ceremony, no cameras, no big show, just voice over phone, and the difference is blatant. And you have to wonder if it was intentional, but one player gets a primetime party while the other one gets a phone call. And that's why I believe that the standard should be that the commissioner, no matter what, should award and be there in person to award the Rookie of the Year the award. But check out Caitlin Clark's back in October 2024.
You just have somebody that wants to say a couple things really quick.
So, hi, Coach Sides. This is WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. Do we have the team all together?
Hello. Hey, yes, ma'am.
All right. I know you guys are in Connecticut. Well, but good luck in tomorrow's playoff game. And is Caitlin Clark in the room?
She sure is.
Yeah. Caitlin, it feels like just yesterday when I called your name to the stage as the #1 pick in this year's draft. You held the Indiana Fever jersey for the first time, and what a record-breaking season for you and the entire team, full of outstanding performances. And I know all of you had hard work and dedication, and it's paid off with your playoffs, etc. But and I know the best is yet to come. So.
Thanks.
Congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the
So there you have it, right? And now fast forward to this year, 2025, Paige Bueckers. Her rookie season was spectacular, averaging over 19 points and 5 assists. And she was deserving the Rookie of the Year, winning it decisively, winning it. But this is not about whether she deserved the award. It's about how the league celebrated it. And while Caitlin fought through a season of getting hammered, the vibe around Paige felt different. And then came the award ceremony, the Jennifer Hudson show, the Spirit Tunnel, the commission handling her a polished trophy. It was everything Caitlin's announcement wasn't. Public, celebratory, and prestigious. And the WNBA rolled out the red carpet for Paige, but for Caitlin, it felt like they couldn't be bothered to send a camera crew. And the message is sent, intended or not, was this is how we celebrate a star we're comfortable with. And for Caitlin fans, that polished moment for Paige felt like the league trying to force a new narrative. And this is where you have to connect the dots, because we tell young athletes, keep your head down, focus on the game, let your work speak for you. And Caitlin Clark did exactly that, and she broke records, packed arenas, and endured intense scrutiny. Yet she still showed up to hoop, and when it came to give her flowers, she got a congrats kid on speakerphone. A year later, Paige gets the full glam package. The inconsistency in how greatness is celebrated suggests something different or deeper is going on. And I don't believe when it comes to awarding someone and giving them their accolades that it should be any type of biasness or any type of bias towards it, because they obviously earned it. And it's not about always who deserves what. Sometimes it's about who the establishment feels comfortable celebrating this looks like. And we have to ask, why is that comfort level different when it comes to Caitlin Clark, when it shouldn't matter? When these individuals are bringing visibility to the platform, they are the reason why individuals are watching, and they brought their own fan bases, let alone had a difference of impact. We all know that Caitlin Clark obviously brought the biggest impact to even have individuals even looking at someone like a Paige Bueckers. But like I said, the energy should be the same when it comes to giving accolades. And of course, their legacies will be different, uniquely tied to what they do and what they earn. So look, some of her fan base, and when it comes to Caitlin Clark, say it's politics. And we just got to stop punishing players for what people around them do, because Caitlin can't control how fans behave online. We know that Caitlin faced a lot of scrutiny of Angel Reese basically calling Caitlin Clark fans racist, and all these different type of rhetoric and all these different type of personal perspectives she have against her fan base. But it still doesn't absolve from the simple fact of celebrating someone the same way, because these women work their butt off, let alone in a league that's still trying to find its way. that's been in a deficit for years, and the way you appreciate the ones that actually do their job and put the work on the floor and put their heart out on that hardwood to then translate into customers coming to be interested to even look at this league shows you if you show how the appreciation of your players is in a franchise and how much you really appreciate them for what they do, then that actually shows more gratitude and translation to fans to say, you know what, they appreciate my favorite player, so they must appreciate my support. But it's different when you're celebrating two individuals differently and their fans who have um hardcore support for these players, and the way the franchise is treating them differently will translate differently in how they look at the league or even care to entertain the league, to even discover any other avenues to actually be deeply invested in the league. They'll just be deeply invested in their player, and they'll be like, look, the league didn't appreciate my favorite player, but I did, based on what the league did, which is in this case, using this example, is how they celebrated them. It wasn't the same all across the board, and it should be equal accountability across the board when it comes to congratulating them. And fans feel that way when it comes to Caitlin Clark fans. Like, no matter how you feel in regards to her fans, you should have celebrated her the same way. So what really matters is, like I said, is what these individuals, these players have done with their platform. Both women have used theirs with maturity and grace. So why is one embraced fully and the other kept at arm's length? But this is here the theory I want to say. Here's the theory. The league doesn't know what to do with someone like Caitlin Clark. She doesn't fit the mold. She plays her game unapologetically, and that can be intimidating to a system that prefers players they can control, not players who challenge the way things have always been. And in life, just like in basketball, sometimes the problem isn't that you're wrong, it's that you're too right for the room. And at the end of the day, we're left with two images. One is Paige Bueckers smiling on the TV set, trophy in hand, and a perfect picture of a league approved superstar. And the other is Caitlin Clark, perhaps the most impactful player in the generation, finding out about her historic season through her speakerphone in an empty gym. So yes, celebrate Paige loudly and proudly, but if the league can give her that energy, it can't keep giving Caitlin Clark dial tone love and expect people not notice. When young girls watch these moments, they learn what's possible, and more importantly, they learn how they might be treated when they get there. And I'm on the side of consistency, integrity, and equal energy for equal excellence. And this isn't about asking the league to pick sides between Paige and Kaylin. It's about asking them to pick values over optics. And if you want to grow the game, you can't plant seeds of division. And this is the kind of inconsistency that creates unnecessary drama and confuses fans. So to everyone watching, don't just consume the highlights. Question the storyline, because what we allow to slide today becomes the standard tomorrow. And if the people in power can't treat their best players with equal respect, then we have a bigger problem than who wins the Rookie of the Year. And we have a leadership issue. And the real question is, are we building a league that's fair, or one that just looks fair on TV? Think about it. And if you want to continue the conversation, make sure you subscribe. Peace.